Hello everyone, this is Olafisculum, and this is the new project I'm doing, Mega Man Battle Network. And just so you know, this is, in case anyone doesn't know what this is, it's a completely different series from the mainstream Mega Man series, a more RPG style game. And so in any case, let's get right to this. Lan, wake up. If you don't get up, you'll be late for school. PET Net News. World 3 crime on the rise. And yes, the 3 W's are said World 3, just for convenience purposes. It says the World 3 plan to control the net might be starting. Ugh, sleep. You've got mail from Dad too, look. Sorry I couldn't get off work Sunday. I'll be home soon. Here's a present for you, it says. There's some battle chip data attached. Oh, I was just having a great dream, too. I'll expand the chip data, so check your PET later, okay? And so this is Mega Man Battle Network. Here we have the main character, Lan Hikari. And over here we have the PET, a very special handheld device. If I can actually grab it. Lan got his PET. Press start to see chip data and read mail. Lan got an AI navigation program, Megaman.exe. And yes, Megaman.exe is the other main character, the digital alter ego of Lan Hikari. Lan, good morning. Morning, Mega Man. If you need to talk to me, just press the L button. Okay, let's get to school. Lan, check your mail again. And to check the mail, we simply press the start menu and go to email. I'll explain everything later. First of all, we have Net News and Dad. We'll talk to the one with Dad. Sorry I couldn't get off work Sunday, I'll be home soon. Here's a present for you, use it well. Lan got a chip for Cross Gun C. I'll explain what that is later, for those of you who aren't familiar with this. So anyhow, and another thing I may have forgotten to mention, I'm planning on doing a 100% run of this game, meaning I'll want to collect and demonstrate every single battle chip of the game. In addition, I will get every single power-up in the game, and I'll also try to demonstrate a few other things. So in any case, let's talk to our mom. Good morning, Lan. Morning, Mom. Breakfast is on the table. Do you have time to eat? Well, since breakfast is the most important meal of the day, Lan eats a hurried breakfast. Yum! Lan found a chip under the plate. Lan got a chip for Recovery 10A. Lan, you're late. Meet Meilu Sakurai. Somewhat of the girlfriend of Lan, I guess you could say. Uh-oh. Mail looks grumpy. No one asked you to wait for me. Did you just say something? Come on, let's go. Why do we always have to walk to school together? Silly, because we've only got so much to talk about. She's got a lot to talk about. You just listen. Quiet. Have you heard about the oven accidents? People's ovens have been spitting fire all of a sudden. I bet it's another World 3 virus on the loose. You're just imagining things. And that was the quickest walk to school I've ever seen. Maybe. Well, here we are. Let's get to class. And this is the classroom. Let's talk to everyone by pressing the A button. Morning, Lan. Dex was looking for you. He's too big to be in elementary school, you know? Scary. And here we have Yai Ayano Koji. Somewhat of the rich girl that's also friends with everyone. You wish to ask moi, Madame Yai herself, about PET? We'll see what she has to say. curiosity is a virtue. Okay, listen up good. PET is short for Personal Terminal. It's a portable link to the net, see? Kinda like a cell phone that does a whole lot more. You can send mail, use electronic money, and read textbooks. The Navi program inside helps if you have a problem. You have one on your PE2, wasn't it called Mega Man? And yes, this is pretty much to explain the fact that the PET is essentially an excellent wireless handheld that contains a Navi program, Mega Man. The Navi programs essentially traverse over a digital matrix rendition that's somewhat like a digital version of the real world. We'll get to see that later in action. And here we have Neil and a friend. And I was like, for real? Whoa, no way. No idea what they're talking about. Man, yesterday our home oven started spitting fire. Neil was saying something about that. Wasn't she? Len, you heard about the World Three's plan to control the net, yeah? Yeah, I believe that was today's net news. Talk about scary, I mean, what are we supposed to do? We'll see what we're supposed to do. And this is Dex Ogrion, the guy, essentially Lan's rival, that happens to be in the same class as him. I've been waiting for you, Lan. I challenge you to a net battle, your wimpy Mega Man, against my Guts Man. I heard that net battling isn't allowed, you know. Ah, stuff it. You sure got a big mouth for such a shrimp. We're not bothering anyone, are we, Lan? Well, I guess. Shrimp? That's no way to talk to a lady. But in any case, class has begun. Aw man, class is starting. After class, Lan, be there. Let's begin class, shall we? First period is virus busting. Who's read net news? I did. It said, World 3 net crime on the rise. Very good. An extra marks for checking your net news. Of course, you should know too, Lan. It's important that we all know how to fight viruses. Ha, I'd like to see a World 3 virus take on me and Guts Man. Dixon is still a little Guts Man. What do you say? Relax. Why would the World 3 bother with you anyway, Dex? Why you, Lan? Why in the class? Today we'll be using the common virus called a Met tool. Jack in your PET so your net Navi can access the net. Lan, she said to Jack in. Press the R button. Yeah. And pressing the R button takes you to this digital matrix which looks like our classroom. It looks like everyone's Navi is online. Okay, I'm releasing the Met tool data now. Everyone ready? And so this is basically the tutorial for how you battle viruses and battle any enemies at all. Okay, so let's have a demonstration on how to delete viruses. When fighting, you must first send chip data to your Navi. You choose the chips to send in this window. Chip icons are shown at the bottom of the setup window. From here, you choose which chips you want to send to the Navi. This shows the chip data you have selected. It shows the attack rating. This is the virus's hit points, HP. It shows how tough this virus is. You can normally only send one chip at a time, but you can send multiple copies of the same chip, such as 2 or 3 cannons. This will let you use more weapons and fight much better. Okay, now we'll choose which chip data to send to the Navi. Select with the A button. Press the R button to see an explanation of a chip. So here we have the basic weapons of the game, I guess. Basically, they're selected here, and the number that's on the corner of each image displays how much damage it does. You chose a cannon, I see. That means you can choose one more cannon. Normally you have much more than 5 of these, and the order at which they're selected for displaying is random, but in the tutorial it's always set. Okay, let's send that data to your Navi. Choose OK. We've sent the data. Now it's time to fight the virus. Now I'll explain how to fight as we actually do so. You can move your Navi up, down, left, and right. You shoot with the B button. It's weak, but fast. Your HP are shown at the top left. If you go down to 0 HP, your Navi is deleted, so be careful. That's essentially your health. Above your Navi's head is the chip data you sent. You can only use it once, so be careful. And that's the basic battle techniques. Easy, right? Miss Mari, what do you do if you've used your chips and the virus still isn't dead? That's a good question. Everyone look here. This is your battle gauge. It slowly fills as you fight. When it's full, press the L or R button. You can then go to the battle setup screen and choose new chips to send. Okay, let's try it. Good luck. So essentially this is the main battle gist. You move around with the up, down, left, and right D-pad. However, you can only move on red panels. To select to fire your weapon, press A and try not to get hit. And press A again. Keep in mind that if you use a chip, you can't use it for the rest of the battle. Good job. Let's go on to the next lesson. Okay, now I'll tell you about support chips. Not all chips are weapons. For example, a steel chip will increase the area that your Navi is able to move around in. Since you need to get close for a sword, this would be a wise strategy. Miss Mari, I thought that we can only choose chip copies. Another good question. Look here, please. Do you see the letter? That's this chip's code. You can choose a different type of chip if it has the same code type. Please notice that Steel and Widesword have the same code. They're both S. You can choose 2 chips at the same time now. They are shown here in the order that you choose them. This will help you plan your strategy. Okay, let's try that. Choose Steel and Widesword in order. So Steel, okay, next choose the Widesword and Widesword. Okay, let's send this data to the Navi. Choose OK. We sent the data to the Navi. Time to try out our strategy. Okay, let's review that strategy. First, you'll use the A button to steal. Then the virus's area will shrink right, and you will have more room to move around. Move into the area that you took and use the sword. This is a powerful strategy. However, be careful of the virus's attack when close. Good luck, everyone. So whenever you use the steel chip, it automatically takes a column and adds it to yours. Note, if there are any enemies that are at the front that will be taken by the column, they will very simply be taken. The panels won't be taken, but the enemy that's standing on there will take 10 damage. And this is Widesword. It essentially attacks the column in front of you. Okay, let's send some data to the Navi again. Try it yourself this time. And yes, that gauge on the top tells you when you're able to select more chips if you've used all of your chips up. Note, if you go into the custom screen and select chips before you've completely used the chips you've previously selected, those chips will be gone, just as a warning. But in any case, let's Steel and Widesword again. Note, I don't think you can steal entirely into the enemy's field. I think that the enemy field needs to have at least one column left, as does yours. But in any case, we've deleted all the viruses. Good job, let's go on to the next lesson. For our final lesson, we'll talk about chip adding. By using chip adding, you can increase the number of chips that you can use to make combinations for improved strategies. Look at the screen. See the add button at the bottom right? If you select this button without choosing any chips, you will have to fight for one turn without chips, but on your next turn you will be able to select from 10. Do this twice and you'll have 15 chips to choose from. This should surely give you all the strategies you need. Okay, a pop quiz. For this test, you will need to use all the techniques I've just taught you and delete a virus. Good luck. So anyhow, here's chip adding. Say for example, not really, none of these chips are really that useful. I mean, I guess the sword maybe, but I'll demonstrate the adding. Considering that the total number of chips you have is always 30 to choose from battle, and so you can add here. And I'll also demonstrate the buster. It's pretty basic. You just shoot forward. It deals 1 damage, and it fires somewhat quickly, but not really. You can actually get power-ups to increase the number of the hit points your buster takes and the speed of your buster. You can even get some hit points that allow you to charge the buster up with some power-ups, but I'll be demonstrating those later. In any case, I'll demonstrate these 3 shotgun battle chips. Essentially what shotgun does is it fires a blast that does 30 hit points of damage, and it also fires at the next panel right behind the target. And that's pretty much the main gist of battling. There are also more techniques that I'll demonstrate later, mainly in the next video because of some time constraints. But in any case, good job. That's all for today's class. After class. Phew. Wow, today's flew by, huh? Let's go home. Okay. And so in the meanwhile, this is Al Mephistilum signing off. Arrivederci.